Hello and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 Blueprint Mastery, Door Systems and Interactive Portals. Previously, we finished with our key requiring door and we started our teleporter. We added a few components and meshes and we added the Niagara particle and the collision box. Let's continue with programming the teleporter. We're going to use the begin overlap event of the collision and we're going to cast to third-person character because only our character should move and we want a reference to the character as well. Now, how do we move our character from here to here? Well, we could set location of the actor, but there is a special node called teleport in Unreal Engine, and it gives us two inputs, destination and rotation, destination location and destination rotation, which is good because when we're teleporting, we want to rotate the character in a certain way. So it doesn't teleport and looking backwards, for example, towards the teleporter door. But before we go on and figure out where this should be, let's also play a sound, which would be the teleport sound. Well, we have this sound, but I really like this one, the VR teleport sound. Now this is included in the engine. In case you can't see it, in your content drawer in settings, you can enable engine content. It's somewhere, show engine content. Well, I didn't have it clicked, but this should be making it visible. Now, let's continue with our destination location and destination rotation. What we will use for this is we're gonna create a system over here using a scene. So we're gonna add a scene. What is a scene? Basically, it's just a point. So we're talking about this point that we can move left, right, up there, and we can create a reference to it because it's, let's call it the teleportation capsule route. This will be the teleportation capsule route, and we can have, we can reference it where it is, where it's rotated towards to, and everything. But we're not gonna do only that. We're gonna add a capsule collision that will be parented on the scene. So whenever we move the scene, we move the collision also. Because it's not added in the correct place, we're just gonna reset its location, transform, and it will snap to the root. Now we're gonna also increase this to be player size. I think player is, I can't remember, I need to see. So I'm gonna open the player, select the capsule. Yeah, 90 is half size. 90 is half size and radius is 35. Yeah, this looks a little bit slim. So 35 radius. And right now we know exactly where the player capsule will spawn. And let's also add an arrow. I'm gonna select again the root component because I don't want it to add to the capsule. I want it to add to the root component. And arrow. And also reset its position. And now we can see clearly where the player is and where they are looking towards. So I'm gonna set this over here. Maybe a little bit here. Maybe more in front of me here. I think that's like it's coming out and it's dropping here. Yep. Maybe more to the air. All right, let's continue. Now, we don't want ourselves capsule and root component. We want the target's capsule and root component. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another variable. We're going to call it target teleporter, and we're going to expose it and make it spawn, expose on spawn, also an instance editable, and it will be of the type BP teleporter. We're going to compile and save and go to our teleporter, and from the details we're going to select the other teleporter, and for the other teleporter we're going to do the same with this one. Maybe it's a little bit far away, so I'm going to select the root. Yeah, I think that's a good distance. And now in our BP teleporter, let's compile. And for the destination, we're going to use this target teleporter. We're going to get arrow, because that's what we need. We don't need the capsule or the spots, to be honest. Arrow will make the job. Make sure it's arrow 1, because arrow is used for the original blueprint. So we're going to get transform. But we're going to get world transform, because we want it to be in a world, location, and rotation. This time we're not using local relative location or rotation, because we don't want it to be relative to the blueprint. We want it to be relative to the world. So for example, if I go here and select this teleporter and select the root and rotate it, I want it to be rotated towards here based on the world, not towards here based on the blueprint. Now, what is also transform? Well, a transform is a structure of elements of 3 vectors basically. And if I break it, we can see that it has a location, a rotation, and a scale. So I'm going to connect the location to the destination location and the rotation to the destination rotation. And this will conclude our teleporter. Let's bring our capsule over here. Let's press play. And we are teleporting. All right. I think this is it for this one. I'm gonna see you on the next. Goodbye.